Meanwhile, a US judge has asked Trump administration to preserve messages from a Signal chat group, where top national security officials discuss plans for an attack on Yemen's Houthi rebels.
Now, this ruling adds to the pressure on the White House after The Atlantic magazine revealed that its editor had been accidentally added to this group chat.
Well, District Judge James Boasberg ordered the government to preserve all Signal communication between March 11th and March 15th. Well, these dates cover the period between when National Security Advisor Mike Waltz set up the chat and mistakenly added journalist Jeffrey Goldberg, and the day of the strikes on Houthi targets. He also ordered the government to file details by Monday, showing the steps taken to preserve the messages. Well, Goldberg has written that Waltz has said some of the messages on the Signal group chat to disappear after 1 week and others after 4. While it raised questions about whether the officials may have violated federal records law. The magazine published the full chat on Wednesday, including messages in which Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth revealed the timing of the strikes hours before they happened and details of planes and missiles used.
Trump has largely pinned the blame on Waltz, saying that he'd admitted that he was responsible, while denying that any classified material was shared in the group. But he has also dismissed calls by Democrats for the top officials to resign.
Judge Boasberg, who made the ruling, had already incurred Trump's wrath after ruling against the administration in a separate migration case. Well, Trump had also launched a fresh attack on Boasberg, saying it was disgraceful that he was dealing with the Signal case and calling the judge highly conflicted. The president earlier this month called for Boasberg to be impeached.
But the pressure continues to mount on the White House over the scandal. The top Republican and the Democrat on the Senate Armed Services Committee have issued a bipartisan call for a Pentagon watchdog to probe the claims made by The Atlantic.
And a letter from Republican Committee Chair Roger Wicker and Ranking Democrat Jack Reed said, if true, this reporting raises questions as to the use of unclassified networks to discuss sensitive and classified information.
Now, the Democrats have claimed that the lives of U.S. service members could have been put at risk by the breach, and the row has raised serious questions about potential intelligence risks.
I think that it's by the awesome grace of God that we are not mourning dead pilots right now. Everyone here knows that the Russians or the Chinese could have gotten all of that information, and they could have passed it on to the Houthis, who easily could have repositioned weapons and altered their plans to knock down planes or sink ships.
Well, several media reports say that active and former U.S. military pilots are unhappy over the leak and fear that this could have put lives at risk. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries called for President Trump to fire Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth over the leak.
We're in the middle of a fight right now as it relates to Pete Hegseth. He needs to resign or be fired by Donald Trump. We've made that clear across the caucus. And Democrats, I think, showed fight in the Senate hearing on Tuesday and in the House hearing on Wednesday. Our veterans have stood up to push back against this stunning national security breach. That's a fight that we're in right now.
But despite all the controversy and demands of a probe, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi said that the breach was unlikely to face a criminal investigation.